All right, hello everyone. It's Friday, the 6th? Yeah. Now remember, Friday, swing day for gold, euro dollar, Dow Jones. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Now remember, yesterday I gave this zone here. Okay, so I said this was a target zone. So you can see the market didn't do much, but it just sizzled quietly into that zone where they started buying. So that target zone was great. The Astro hours were there as well. So you should have been all honky-dory here. Okay, and that was a PST level as well. So nothing really to worry about. And I did say 57 is 2,349. That's a PST level. And as you can see, we pretty much did that. Okay, so once the market did that, as you can see, it picked up. If we dip down again, I think it's buyable. It's a swing day. Market's been coming down. So if we dip down, it's also good. Just one little thing to think about is a price gap here into that 2,337, and that's the only thing I would be checking out. Okay, so yeah, that's the only zone. I'm just going to get rid of that and that. Okay, so that's the only thing I'd look out for. Okay, other than that though, if the market dips down into a swing hour, comes back into there, back here, does a stop sweep, whatever, okay, I think it's fair game to get in the game as a buyer, and that's it basically. Okay, so I've already put as you can see, the swing hours there on the website. They're all along here as well, and the first zone is this one here. Okay, now there were a few others in the morning, but that's already gone. Okay, and that's that. The majority of the hours are in New York session, so if the market comes down into lunchtime or the New York session, I think it's kind of okay to kind of go long from around here. Just like I said, be mindful for that gap there, 2337, 2337, yeah, so around here. Okay, so just in case. Okay, but there you go. All right, so our bias is to the upside. If the market comes down to the opening, the low of Asia, low of yesterday, stop sweeps at swing hours, you're good to go. Euro dollar daily, there you go as well. Not much to talk about because Euro dollar was Wednesday and Friday. That's your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you went long on the Wednesday, okay, which was there, that's the low of the week. Okay, Thursday market retest goes up, and Friday, there you go. Okay, so nothing really out of the ordinary here as well, guys, because market has been coming down, and I said Wednesday is a swing day. There you go. And I did say if it swings, we should be heading up into this direction onto that bar, and that's where we're going. So if the market comes back, retraces a little bit, whatever, into the daily pivot, or into this bar here, I think it's good to go. All right, and that's about it. So just, yeah, not much to say here actually. Okay, so that's the way to go. It's 8:50 on that one. All right, so that's that. If we come back down, I think there's room to go up from this zone here, as you can see. And where to get up to? Well, you can follow it to the weekly pivot, or into those targets there, because you have a breakout here. Those are your targets, right? So 1, 2, 3. So your closest targets are there. On the weekly, as you can see, there's a bit of a sell-off here, but we have a breakout. Okay, so the market's bullish. So on the pullback, wanting to go back up again is okay. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now with the SP 500 as well, as you know, we add swing days, Tuesday, Wednesday. I said Wednesday was going to be a big day. That's your Wednesday. Market coming into that zone, it's all good. And these are the zones, as you know, like our Fibonacci levels within. So if you've learned technical analysis from me, you need to draw these so you've got an idea where they crisscross, okay? So the locations where the lines crisscross, they're the stronger levels. Now let's take a look at the weekly. As you can see, this is a nice big fall there. We still have a bit of room at the 56. So the market still has some room to go into that 5364. If it does that, great. Then you can buy it, okay? And yesterday, market bought a little bit, sold a little bit, pretty much. But 5364 is on our cards. It's on the agenda on the weekly, okay? Now Dow Jones is a swing day today, but SP 500 isn't. But indices do go together. So this is what you can do. You can either wait to come down for a sweep or let it touch that. I like to see the PST levels touched because this is staring at us like a sore thumb. Okay, so it'll probably, touch there. If you want to sell into it, I don't mind you doing that. Okay. It's 8:45 pretty much now, which is the first hour for today. And it's doable. 8:50 is the first hour, so it's doable. The market can just sizzle down, probably down to here or slightly lower, but like I said, I like this level here. Okay, maybe we can wait for next week, and next week we'll have a different weekly level. We'll have a different weekly level next week. This should still stay the same, and then we'll have a slightly lower level. That could be a nice touch level to buy up as well. But you can see until the elections, looks like we'll be heading down, and going into this level is all good. Okay, and let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now with Dow Jones and Nasdaq, as you know, SP 500, they normally, more often than not, go together. Accordingly, Friday being a Dow Jones swing day, okay, there you go. Okay, so Thursday it closed up. So today we can go up into probably that 60 level there. So we're going to target 40,461, 49.95. So 4640 is there. Let's take a look at that again. That's a bit far out, but from 57, 4367, 4461, 59, 4563. Okay. 4461 is there. Alright, so this zone here. Okay, so this is one. The weekly pivot is going to be the other. On the daily, we've got that 66, 49.95. It's a bit out there, but 49. 9.5 there. Okay, so we can keep that on the cards. Now this is a good push up, so the pullback I think is worth buying into. You can do that today, and you can also do that Monday. You don't have to rush. I don't trade on Fridays normally, unless I see a good setup. This can still also come into that level there, 46, and that's 46 for you there. Okay, so 39,859, 39,859. so into this zone. All right, so market can come back down here, which is fine. Test this out and go up. I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need that. From here, if the market does a sweep, or even if it doesn't do a sweep, it might do a sweep because you got equal lows here. Okay, so be mindful on your hours, and that's it basically. All right, if it does a sweep, astro hours, swing hours afterwards, you can just go with it. Other than that, we should be okay. On the weekly as well here, I'm just checking. Now this still has room to come down. So next week, if the market goes up, okay, if the market closes down, next week if it goes up, we'll be sellers. Okay, so be a bit more mindful around here. This is still, in my opinion, has room to come down. Okay. But because it's a swing day, this is what we're going to do. If it's a swing day, they're either going to buy the low to push up, and we're going to end up there somewhere. And then next week, depending on what the swing day is, we're going to turn around from the top. Okay, so we're either going to go up for the next week's swing day to sell off, which is logical, and I don't mind doing from around here. So be mindful with these white dotted lines, and then we can push it down. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Alright, now with the NASDAQ, I did say this should break and bring us all the way down here. Okay, it hasn't bounced back up, which is fine. Okay, as you can see, we're hitting targets, right? And I did say here we've got shoulder, head, shoulder. If it comes back up, we should sell off into there. And as you know, swing days were Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, big day. Thursday, I did say I think we've got room to come down because here we are. Now I can get rid of this, okay? Because you see this is the main target down here with the white dotted line. So we should, dig down into here. In fact, there are targets lower as well. If it goes back up today, you can sell at 35.38 PST, which is 19,077 or 19,225. Okay, so it's okay to sell around there if it goes up. Now, because Dow Jones is a swing day Friday, you're going to have to be a bit careful because indices work together. But as you can see, we've tapped the zone. Okay, so this is it. We've tapped the zone. I drew this yesterday as a PST level. So, pushing up a little bit from here is also on the cards. Okay, so be mindful. Don't get, messed around with. If you took some money off the table this week, I'd say have a good Friday and a good weekend and just let it go. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, okay, I did say we got targets down here, and I think they've done it. There you go. All right, so they've done it. I said we should pop into there in any case. All right, and this is, let's see, daily. So this is Friday. This is Thursday. All right, so that's the 25th. Nice and easy. Okay, and I did say no selling here. You can sell again if it goes up to 70, which is 69,646. It's a good reaction, and it's not a wonder the market bought today. So they're going to battle it out a little bit here. Now remember, the swing day for Bitcoin is Sunday, right? So we had Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, market came down right into the target. So the next swing day is Sunday, right? So what you don't want to be doing is, getting lost in there in between levels. So what you can do, I think in my opinion, this is still a sell zone. Maybe it'll do slightly higher and then sell off, okay? But in any case, for me, this is not a buy zone. If you bought here, that's fine, not a problem. I said we should
but eventually this should break to come back down here and fill in some gaps, and then we can think about going long from here or from slightly lower even. Okay, so that's the main thing. Here is a bit of a squash area. You'll get choppy zones around here, as you can see. So if you're going to trade it, you're better off selling the highs, and seeing how things go. If it breaks all-time highs in any case, you'll just have to wait for the pullback into the high to sell off again. Right? And that's basically how you can plan this out. So that's the zone there, and that is, if I was to do that, yeah, they've filled in the gap here pretty much, as you can see with this. Yeah, so that's basically it. So we should pop back down into at least this zone here. So this has got room to come down, and okay. And that we can keep in. Alright, you can also do your fibs in between levels. If you've learnt technical analysis from me, we can get rid of that, and that's fine. Keep it nice and clean. Alrighty.